What is going on, everyone? Tryhard Casual here. We're doing some red dragons in the Catacombs of Kourend for our Konar Slayer video. It should be pretty interesting because the red dragons in the catacombs are actually brutal red dragons. So this task is going to be a little bit harder than your typical Konar Slayer. I want to say really quickly, if you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel and I would appreciate it. And for those of you that don't know, I will leave a link down below to all of my Konar videos if you enjoyed this one and want to check out some more. But I think it's time to hop into what gear we're going to bring on this one. When you're looking at gear for brutal dragons, you generally want to go with range because they hit pretty hard and they're a higher level monster. Also, because of that, I would recommend at least having level 75 range so you can use a blowpipe. It's really going to speed up those kills and it helps out tremendously if you're a lower level. But if you don't have 75 range, I'll still give you some options for what kind of crossbow you can bring on this one. Beyond that, there's just two things I want to go over very quickly. If you're a lower level, I would really recommend for you guys to spring for the better ammunition types. I'm going to have adamant darts just because I'm higher combat level, my range is pretty high. If you're lower, definitely go for rune darts, go for those enchanted diamond bolts. It'll pay off tremendously with how quick the task will be. You may also notice that we don't have any sort of anti-fire protection in our shield slot, and you just can't if you have a blowpipe. To compensate for that, in our inventory we're going to be bringing an extended super anti-fire. Like I said, brutal dragons are harder monsters to slay, so you definitely want to get better gear and inventory if you can afford it. But talking about what else we have in our inventory, we're going to bring a divine ranging potion, again just shelling out to make sure our stats are boosted as much as we can. I'm also going to have two lobsters on me just in case we take some accidental hits running there. Normally you don't take any damage fighting the dragons, but you might take some on the way there if you misposition yourself. But I will go over it later what exactly we're doing when we're down there, so don't worry. I'm also going to bring 4 prayer potions with me to start. I would say 4 prayer potions is like the baseline you should bring, and then you should adjust by either bringing more or less depending on how long you can stay there or how many you can kill. With these 4 prayer potions, we are going to keep up Protect from Magic and the highest offensive range prayer you have. Like I said, we are going to bank a few times throughout this, so if you don't exactly have the right amount of prayer potions, you just adjust it the next time you go through. We will have some runes to get there with the Kourend teleport. In the rune pouch, we're going to hold some loot and just high alch runes. Beyond the rune pouch, we're just going to have our house teleport to get out. Looking at the map, the most straightforward ways to get to the catacombs are to take a Xeric Talisman Heart teleport or just a regular Kourend teleport. Now both of those are locked behind some requirements. What I would do before I had those unlocked was visit a house party world and use someone's portal room there to get to the catacombs. But if it is your first time on Kourend, you'll have to take Vios' ship at Port Sarim to the Piscarilius port and then run over this way. So once you actually go inside the catacombs, you'll just have to run to the left and then run up a little bit, and then the red brutal dragons will be right in this section. I want to say if you already have this path opened up, it's definitely possible to take a Xeric Talisman Inferno teleport and then run down this way. It's really not that much faster than from the typical path we would take, and you'd have to take the typical path anyway if you want to unlock this spot in the first place to get down. So we're down in the catacombs now, we're right outside where the brutal red dragons would be. Right when you get to this spot, you want to sip your extended super anti-fire so you don't get smacked by the blue dragons as you're running in. Other than that, you just want to make sure your quick prayers are set up properly, and that's it. So we are going to sip that potion, put on those prayers, and run on in there. So I have started the timer. Remember, you just want to stay at a range from all the dragons so they don't hit you with melee, but other than that, you'll be completely protected from all the damage. So I will see you guys at the end of this one. Okay, so we're at the end of the task now. It took us under an hour, that's like my golden standard for a quick task, so I always like to see that. Under an hour is always nice. Looking at our profit, we made 684k, which is really good for 40 minutes, I think. I just want to reiterate, if your range level isn't as high as mine, or if you're not using a blowpipe, this will take significantly longer for you. It might not be as time efficient, but it's still fun. You're killing dragons, you're having a good time. You don't always have to play efficiently. Oh, but I forgot to mention, we also got a Dark Totem Top and 1 Brimstone Key. Nice, another 77k. I should have mentioned this at the beginning probably, but any of this information can also apply to the Brutal Blue Dragons and the Brutal Black Dragons. Essentially, they're the same thing, but just either a higher or lower level than the red ones. But we're at the end of the video, guys. We are very rapidly approaching 1,000 subs, so I'm super happy for that. Thank you guys so much for that. I do want to make an IRL appearance in front of the camera, and I want to have a small Q&A section for a little special video I have planned. Let me know if you have any questions for me. I'll probably put it in the video. Right now, nobody's asked me anything yet, and we're getting close. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Saturday for the next video.